Sherman, Robin Whitfield, Percy Knight, Teddy Cornelius, Jed Smith, Brendan Coffey, David Clark, Ian Clark, Jill Gagnon, Billy Davis, Larry Doty, Colin Edwardson, Paul Gaffney, Dennis Golding, Martin Hassett, John Housley, Brian Ingram, Sen Williams, Tommy Jenkins, Ted Jones, John Leather, Peter Lenigan, Christian Flynn, Tex Mercer, David Nevitt, Raymond Palmer, Bill Quirk, Mark Robinson, Toby Rotherham and Reg Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in showing your appreciation for their lives and their contribution to our club with a minute's applause beginning with the referee's whistle.
Good afternoon and welcome everybody to the DCBL Stadium in Widnes for Widnes' final game of the 2025 season. London Broncos, the opponents. We've just had a minute's applause for many who have passed away in the last year, who have been associated with Widnes Vikings, amongst them the great Doug Lawton and our esteemed radio colleague Ray French, many others, too many for me to name at this moment in time. It's going to be Widnes who kick off. They're defending the Low House Lane end. The first 10 minutes of commentary will be by James Gordon.
Yeah, Jack Owens will get us underway. 4 changes to the Widnes team. Matt Fleming at fullback, Mike Button, Ryan Ince who returns on the wing, Max Roberts and Joe Edge the 2 centres. Jack Owens plays at standoff alongside Tom Gilmore. Dan Murray and Morgan McWhirter the starting props with Matty Fozzard at hooker. Rodri Lloyd, his last game before retirement, and Ben Condon, the second rowers, and Lewis Hall comes back into the team at loose forward. On the bench for Widnes, Liam Bent, Nick Gregson, Finlay Irwin, who's due to make his debut if he comes on off the bench, and Jack Bibby. So no John Bennison, Deck Patton, Jordan Johnston and Adam Lawton from last week's team. London have the ball on their 40 metres. It's their last game of the season as well, and the smart money is that they might well be in Super League next season with Darren Lockyer, the Australia Brisbane legend, investing in them. They cross over the halfway line. That might have been a high shot from Dan Murray, but referee, who is former St Helens women's player Tara Jones, was happy with it. She puts hand up for the last tackle. A little bit of pressure on O'Byrne, who's a big boy for a 7, John.
Yeah, he's tall, isn't he?
He's an awkward kick. It bounced awkwardly, and Butt gets it on his own try line and is tackling the 10. Not a bad first set that for London. It's now Fleming playing at fullback in the absence of Jake Mason. Plays the ball for Jack Owens, and now to Max Roberts, who runs into the shoulder of O'Byrne. The rain coming down. It's fine now. It's not as bad as it was earlier, but the slippery conditions underfoot, ball in hand for this final game of the season. Now Murray, who continues his consecutive run of games. He's pushing 60 consecutive games now. Widnes have only made it to their 35 metres for this last tackle, and Owens will kick from inside the 30. Alex Walker gets under it on the full and will bring it back, and London will start the set here just 5 metres inside their own half, and they've got the early swing of the territory, John.
Yeah, and not a great deal of depth on that kick. It looked like it may have held up in a bit of breeze there, but certainly London will be happy to start the set round about the halfway.
Pass inside the London team. Alex Walker is their fullback, Jack Smith and Liam Tindle the two wingers, Brandon Webster and Ethan Natoli the centres, Luke Paulselli and Conor O'Byrne the half-back pair, and Lewis Beenek and Jensen Monk the props, with Curtis Davis at hooker as Walker makes a breakdown left, gets his arm free, finds Liam Tindle. He's got Fleming one-on-one. Fleming with a good one-on-one tackle, and then Mike Butt comes to help and they tackle him into touch. Nice bit of play from Alex Walker, but good covering defence by Widnes. Trap him in the corner and knock him into touch. Yeah,
it was good by Walker, wasn't it? He poked his nose through the line. Jack Owens came across, affected the tackle, but he was able to get an arm free and free Liam Tindle. I think Tindle, have given a chance again, might have tried to cut inside Matt Fleming at the back there, but Fleming stood tall and with a little help from his friends bundled the former Leeds man into touch.
Yeah, just carrying on with that London team. Curtis Davis the hooker, Will Lavelle and Lucas Mason are the back rows, and Marcus Stockton loose forward. On the bench for London, Kobe Ruthless, Matthew Ross, Robert Oakley and Tommy Porter. And so far in this opening 3 minutes or so, it's been London doing the running, and they've got the territorial advantage over Widnes. That was a good carry from Morgan McWhirter to edge Widnes towards their 40 metres. Fozzard darts out of dummy half and is brought down. Gilmore will go in at the play of the ball. He goes down the short side to Condon, who will almost certainly be his last Widnes game today. And he might be off to Catalan now next season rather than Lee, as previously anticipated. As Gilmore with a high kick, awkward for Walker, but again, good footwork by Walker, got him in a good place to make the catch. But a better chase from Widnes means London will start the set from inside their own 20.
Yeah, Walker's had a good start, hasn't he? He's took 2 balls on the run and released a winger for a try-scoring chance, so he looks in the mood for it this afternoon.
Yeah, very good player, Alex Walker, probably one of those players he probably could play Super League if his location allowed it, and certainly showed up well for London in their stints in Super League. There's good pressure from Lewis Hall, forces O'Byrne's pass backwards, but then Buck can't bring it in, and I think this might be London ball.
Pretty sure it will be, James, because either Widnes got a hand in on the pass to force it towards the London line, but certainly Jack Owens in his attempt to pick the ball up definitely knocked the ball on, so it's going to be London ball for sure.
Yeah, if Buck could have dove on that, you feel that it would have been Widnes' ball perhaps there. He just squirmed out of his grasp. There's Davis, whose brother played against Widnes last week for Halifax. They play the ball, so London with a fresh set of 6 then will edge towards halfway through. Beenek, who's making his 150th career appearance this afternoon. Davis to the right. Now Paulselli drops the ball off to Lavelle. Lavelle with a pass inside to O'Byrne. Trying to move the ball around in the middle at the moment, London. Stock gives a bit of room for Paulselli. Now Walker, who joins the line, passes to his right to Brandon Webster, and there's a penalty.
Hit off the ball, I suspect here, James. That's what these ones are usually for. The player, after he passed the ball there, may have been collided with by a Widnes player. That's what Tyler Jones is signalling. So it's all London at the moment, possession-wise.
Yeah, so the penalty's 33 metres out from the Widnes line, and it'll be well, effectively a 3rd straight set for London here, ball in hand, as they got to the 5th on both of the 2 sets in this run. As Davis darts out dummy half, Condon back pedalling, edge makes the tackle, but London knocking on the door here. 14 out from the Widnes line. Stock comes across the line, shows it, and then ends up going himself. He had Monk on his left shoulder, but decided to go himself. But gets a good play to ball. Davis now all ball, and he's got a man on his inside. He goes from the outside to Mason, who's the son of former St Helens man Keith Mason. He plays it for Davis. Now Monk clawed back by Hall, and London 2 or 3 metres out, just to the left of the post. It's the last tackle. Davis, dummy half, not sure he knew what he wanted to do, and he's found Beenek, who's going to try and crash over, and well, I don't think that was in the playbook, that last tackle, John.
No, they lost the bearings there, London, didn't they? I don't think Beenek was expecting to get that ball, and just trundled it in really. That'll be to Widnes' relief. So let's see what Widnes can do now. They've finally got their hands on the ball themselves.
Well, regardless of that last play though, they're turning the ball over London 3 or 4 metres out from the Widnes line, so Widnes got all the work to do. London have won just 1 of the last 5 matches. Widnes, of course, been on the opposite run. We've been seeing their winning run come to an end at Halifax last week, which ended the playoff hopes as Joe Edge, playing at centre today, he's tackled on the Widnes 30. Fozzard waits at dummy half, comes to the right to Fleming. Bit of speed from Fleming, and he almost reverses his way through a gap. Some applause. They'll leave a marker behind the play the ball, but it's the last tackle. Owens will kick high, doesn't quite get a clean connection on it. It'll be a simple catch for Tindle, who's running completely sideways, looking for a gap, and eventually Edge gets hold of him. And McWhirter gets an offload away Tindle. And certainly on the kick returns, London have done well so far. Jack Smith will be tackled for the first on the 40.
Nothing to lose here for London. They're playing like a side that knows that. They're not going anywhere in the league other than where they are, and they're willing to keep the ball alive at every opportunity.
Yeah, Widnes, of course, could still finish 8th, currently 7th in the table. If Doncaster were to beat Halifax today, then Widnes would need a result here to remain in 7th. Good tackle by Owens on O'Byrne, but he gets an offload away to Mason, who is dragged down. Now Davis back inside to Stock, who's creating some nice room for Paul Selly, and Paul Selly shifts it on to Webster. He shrugs off Condon, gets an offload back to Paul Selly. O'Byrne, I think, wanted to kick through. Instead, he gets a pass. That's a nice bit of play by O'Byrne, and he passes out to Natoli, the Italian international, and he burrows his way to the Widnes 10. It's the last tackle now. O'Byrne, not the highest of kicks, but it'll need dealing with by Widnes. London have knocked it back to Lavelle. Lavelle with a long pass out to Smith. Good tackle by Ince, can't wrap up the ball, it's still alive. Webster brings it back across, grubbers it through. Fleming's there, but will be tackled in goal, and Widnes will have to drop out.
Yeah, good attack by London. I thought there was a hint of perhaps offside on the far side from the initial kick, but it was touch and go, and the touch judge was in good position. And eventually, a nice grubber into the in goal was a good option at the end of all that basketball play. And Fleming has tidied up for Widnes, but they're going to be under more pressure, I dare say, after this dropout.
Yep, we're just heading towards the 10-minute mark. London have had the better of the opening exchange of the game, but there's been no points. Widnes Vikings 0, London Broncos 0.
So it's Owens then with the restart. They are just holding up in the breeze, I think, these kicks from Widnes. So if there is a breeze out there, you would say it was in London's favour. And after one tackle, they're just 25 out from the Widnes line here, so more pressure to be absorbed by the Vikings. London bring the ball to the left. O'Byrne finds Walker, 2-on-1 here, he must score, and he puts Tindle in at the corner, easy as pie. Walker was hit after he passed it. I'm not sure there was much wrong with it in terms of its legality, but the bottom line is London opened up Widnes superbly on the left, Widnes is right, and Walker exploited the 2-on-1. I think he probably crossed his mind maybe to throw the dummy, but did the right thing and put Tindle in for a walk-in try, and I don't think anybody could argue that London deserve to have taken the lead in this game, James.
Yeah, sharp bit of play. Yeah, I think bang on there. They certainly deserve to have taken the lead based on how the opening 10 minutes have gone.
Yep, it was a nice cut-out pass that found Walker in space. Walker's having treatment, by the way, after being hit just after he passed the ball there, but found him in space. He's been the danger man for London so far in this opening 10, and I think he's okay. He's going a little bit gingerly back to his teammates, but it's good to carry on. Meanwhile, Jack Smith will be lining up the goal kick. It's about 8 metres in from the left-hand touch line, and this is for a 6-0 lead for the Broncos. Widnes not really having any possession so far in their opponent's half of the field. Let's see what Smith's goal kicking is like. Right-footed, probably the better side for the right footer, and well, It's got a little bit of gimmickry in it, but I think he's pulled that one. Yeah, he has. He's pulled it to the left of the post. It was a nice strike, but just didn't set it off on the right line. But still, London may be happy enough to have established a 4-0 lead here. And Widnes will need to put their ideas up. I'm sure that there may be one or two watching on the sidelines for Widnes today, perhaps could have played in this game, but the nature of it means that I'm sure Alan Coleman has given anybody with a knock the afternoon off, as London catch the ball from the kickoff well, and a tackle 15 out from their own line in centre field. And Lovell takes the ball up for London for the millionth time in his long career. And that's a tough run as well. Max Roberts stands up to it, and Rodri Lloyd gets in to help as well. Play the ball's a slow one. Tyler Jones is just about willing to tolerate that, and that's another good forceful run. Broncos doing well here, and now Marcus Stock makes further inroads into the Widnes line. This is the last tackle. They're on the Widnes 30. Ball is back with Pulselli. Ryan Ince is under the bomb, catches it well, but is immediately swamped by the London chasers. And the side from the capital continue to dominate this game so far.
They've got a good record here, London. They won 4 in the last 5 games. They've started very well.
Here's Joe Edge. That's a good run by Edge. Can he shake off the extra London tackle? That he can't, but he gets a good quick front foot play of the ball. Ryan Ince comes in off his wing to take the ball further. This is about as progressive as we've seen the Vikings so far. Hall takes the ball in, tackled 8 metres inside London territory, but this will be the last for the Vikings. The ball will be shipped to the left where Tom Gilmore waits. He puts a chip up. I think London might let that go. No, they've decided to field it. Jack Smith on the far side, but he's going to be quickly wrapped up and pushed back a few metres by some keen Widnes tackling. Plays the ball. Widnes would love to force an error here, give themselves a chance at having a look at least at the London line. London bringing the ball away now from their own 20. Ball goes to the right, a little bit of shape out there. And 4 tackles gone in this set, so Widnes will be hoping to force London to kick from well inside their own half here. Nice little delayed pass from O'Byrne there. Now the ball is back with O'Byrne, and he's going to go high. It's end over end, so it shouldn't be too difficult to catch for Matty Fleming, and he swallows that one. Goes initially across field. He's perhaps looking to bring Ryan Ince into the play, but thinks better of it. Here is Ince now, though. Always a willing worker to hold his hand up for the hard carries. Ryan Ince. Gilmore finds himself at dummy half. Ben Condon, in, as James has already said, probably his last game for the Vikings. Been playing on the right, but today, no Adam Lawton and a few others. He's on the left. Nice short ball from Owens to Rodri Lloyd. Tries for a high tackle from the Vikings. Tyler Jones said it was shoulder. I think she got it right. Here's Dan Murray now. We've seen as much as Murray in the start of this game as we normally have, mainly because the Vikings haven't had the ball. He'll play it 10 inside London territory. Last tackle, back with Owens. He kicks it in the air. Again, it's holding up. No real challenge on Walker, though. And he's put down just inside his own 20.
Yeah, he was well protected by Tindle, wasn't he? And I have to say, London look comfortable dealing with these kicks, and we're just trying to find a platform in the game, aren't they, territory-wise?
They are, and so far unsuccessfully, you have to say. Good tackle coming in there. Had a free though, London, so far. Bionic takes the ball up. Big body, but wouldn't slow that play the ball down. O'Byrne, Pulselli, Walker, That's on the far side to Brandon Webster. He gets a good one-handed offload away to Walker again, and London are looking good here. Pulselli has it. He's looking for support. He ducks under a tackle. Eventually he's brought down by Jack Owens. That's going to be a penalty. As sure as eggs is eggs, it could be 10 minutes in the bin for Jack Owens as well. It's actually Mike Butt. My apologies to Jack. He's not going to be spending the 10 minutes in the bin, but Mike Butt is. And I have to say, I'm with the referee on this. It was clearly a blatant attempt to slow the ball down after a good break by London. I'd like to see more players sin bin for that, to be perfectly honest with you. Mike Butt is the man who's going to the bin. London no thought of kicking a goal here. They fancy the chances against the now 12-man Widnes defence.
Yeah, not sure what he was thinking there, having another go. He'd made a good tackle, a good ankle tackle, Mike Butt.
I think he was thinking, I can't afford to let the ball be quick here, and he got what he deserved in my view. So London are going close to a second try here. In fact, they're over the line, are they? No, just halted literally inches short. Well, Widnes have managed to get down to play the ball there and tackle the dummy half. You see that penalised occasionally as well. Here's O'Byrne, numbers on the left here for London. Long pass, lovely long pass, and that hole where Mike Butt should have been. Liam Tindle has just ran through it for the second time today to give London an 8-0 lead. And at this moment in time, Widnes struggling to find the answers, and London enjoying themselves on their trip up to the north of England.
Yeah, just made the extra man pay there. As soon as they moved out left, you could see Widnes were worried, and they just didn't slide across far enough. Tindle has had 2 walk-ins. London have deserved their 8-0 lead that they've got for how they've played in this opening 18-19 minutes.
Yeah, despite the fact that they've moved the ball a lot, James, I don't think we've seen a London error that I can recall yet in the game, so that speaks well of the handling skills. I don't think Widnes have made an error either, actually, but that's mainly because you have to have the ball to drop it. So Jack Smith then, almost identical position to his first goal kick, perhaps a little smidgen wider out, but should be able to use the experience of that first one to make an adjustment here, you would think, and make it 10-0 for the Broncos if he's successful. As I said, he's got a bit of a funky goal kicking technique, and here it goes. No, I think this one is well, he's got it. I thought he pushed it wide of the far post, and I think many of the fans here in the stand where I'm sat did as well, but he drew this one back and off the inside of the post. It goes over, and 10-0 it becomes in the Broncos' favour. And Alan Coleman below us here in our commentary position, hands in pockets. Not what he would have wanted as a farewell for the 2025 season for his team. It's a long time to go, of course. It's 20 minutes gone here at the DCBL Stadium. Widnes 0, London 10. Here's James.
Oh, and a break from the kickoff. Good strong run, although I think he's hurt there. Murray pulled him down. It was a really strong run from Beenet. He's just gone down there. He's not happy with something. London play on. He's getting some treatment in back play. Beenet. They've made the first change. London Ruggles has come on. The Australian who was at Hunslet earlier this season, had a couple of games at Salford.
Whenever I see his name on a team sheet, I can't help thinking of dear old Jeff Fletcher when I hear Colby Ruggles' name.
Oh, it's Tindle. Oh, good tackle from Jack Owens. Tindle tried to back his pace on the outside, but Jack Owens wasn't having it. Dragged him down and dragged him into touch on the Widnes 30. But they do look dangerous on this leg. Walker, wherever he pops up, looks really dangerous for London. But Widnes saw them out that time. Nick Gregson is coming on to replace Lewis Hall for Widnes, who've not had any decent ball in the game. London really putting the squeeze on them. Not got the best home record, Widnes, this season. Only won 4 of the 11 home games. 2 draws, of course, as well. But it's that's the main reason they've not made the playoffs, really, the home form. As Gregson with his first carry, tackle on the 40. Fozzard with a quick play the ball to Rodri Lloyd, who played for London earlier in his career. He and Rhys Williams both of them did actually play in the capital earlier in their career, having a guard of honour on their way out, both retiring from Rugby League after this game. As Condon is felled inside the London half. And this is just about as far forward as Widnes have been with the ball. McWhirter, nice offload, but it's behind everybody. Fleming does well to pick it up from around his ankles and then passes to Gilmore. Gilmore with a sharp pass to Joe Edge. Edge gets on his bike. Webster gets back at him and pulls him down. Fans on the far side wanted a high shot. Don't think there was anything in it. I think it was just a grab round the top of the shirt from Webster. It's the last tackle. Gilmore, crossfield kick, bit scruffy. Lloyd knocks it back. Falls to Nick Gregson. Gregson with a chip kick, but well, he wasn't the man. Owens was barking for it on his outside. Gregson puts a hand up in apology. That wasn't the option from Nick Gregson. There was no options really for his kick, as much as the kick wasn't the best anyway. Even if it had been on the money, he didn't really have anything to his right anyway. No,
I think Jack Owens was the ball, wasn't he? He was coming from deep, Jack, and I think Widnes had had a great chance of scoring if Gregson could have spotted him and found him with the pass, but it's all in the past now. London are making progress.
Yeah, McWhirter it was with the break and the pass initially, the offload, which is the first time we've seen Widnes get any sort of momentum with the ball in hand. As O'Byrne to Walker with a wide pass to Tindle. It's too sharp this time for Tindle, who knocks it on into touch.
Again, it was promising, James, wasn't it? They worked the overlap there. The pass just a bit too hot for Liam Tindle to handle, but London willing to push the envelope at every opportunity. It's largely been working for them, not on this occasion.
Yeah, interesting situation London find themselves in, as a high tackle on Joe Edge there will get Widnes up the field. Who knows whether London will be in Super League or Championship next season. I wonder how many of these players might have their eyes on getting a gig in Super League. Tindle, you'd imagine, would be one of those.
Darren Lockyer has probably got an idea.
As Ryan Ince will fetch the ball after that kick to touch. And this is the best chance Widnes have had. 24 minutes on the clock. Widnes nil, London 10. And Widnes first tackle on the London 30. First real time they've had an attacking set in the London half. Murray takes them a few more metres forward. Fozzard waits at dummy half. Passes left to Gregson. Now to Gilmore, to Condon. Condon spilled the ball. Perhaps anticipated the contact from, well, it's Paul Selly, the halfback. Must have just got low on Condon. Dislodged the ball. And a bit of a damp squib in the end, that set from a Widnes point of view.
Yeah, like the way Gregson just straightened the line up there, but unfortunately Ben Condon, under a bit of pressure, couldn't keep the ball in hand, and Widnes give it up again and give London the opportunity to bring it away from their own 20.
Stock's done that really well for London, hasn't he? The sort of Nick Gregson role, if you like, taking it to the line and creating space. He's been very good for London so far. Slow play the ball. Davis passes on to Lucas Mason, who's on loan up over from Wigan. Now O'Byrne brings it back across field, but runs out of options and has to take it in himself. Two halfbacks very keen to get on the ball and don't mind taking it in either for London. Davis, here's Stock, drives it in this time, pierces through a couple of Widnes tackles to get London over the halfway line. Now Paul Selly goes on a run. Oh, and he's got the ball away, but apparently it was ripped out. Looked like an offload from Paul Selly that went wrong from here. We are quite far away. The referees judged that it was ripped out there, but Paul Selly, once he gets Widnes on the back foot, you can see that they look worried, the defenders on that side.
Yeah, they're all backing off, aren't they, and trying to second guess what he's going to do, and he's taking advantage of that.
Here's Lavelle. He's got Davis waiting at dummy half. Now O'Byrne takes to the line, flat pass to Stock. Fozzard just about gets hold of him round the legs to halt his progress, but London are within 5 of the Widnes line. Davis drops it off, but Beanick drops it completely, and now Fozzard picks it up, threatens to break initially, but Davis gets hold of him. And again, I don't think Beanick was expecting the pass from Davis, and the chance goes begging for London Broncos. As Widnes work their way back upfield, Fleming goes looking for a gap, Mike Butt getting ready to come back on. Having served his 10 minutes in the sin bin, Widnes did concede a try with him off the field. Here's Nick Gregson. Doesn't make any meters there though. Widnes on their own 40. Fozzard back to the open side to McWhirter, who picks out a man and goes at him. Good carry from Morgan McWhirter, back in the starting team. He was on the bench at Halifax last week. Now Fleming takes the next carry up with textbook tackle. Being a flop there from Lavelle. It's the last tackle. Gilmore will rubber down the sideline and into touch. Mike Butt is back on the field. Widnes back up to 13 men. And the two sides will get a bit of air back in their lungs as London work the ball back to the centre field for display the ball.
Yeah, I'm not in love with that play from Tom Gilmore, really, in the circumstances. I think something which might have given you a chance to get a refund might have been the way forward there, but maybe Tom knows more about the condition of the Widnes team at this moment in time than I do.
London working their way back upfield. Natoli might have been caught high there. He was. In the couple of penalties just going against Widnes at the moment. 3-1 the penalty count in London's favour at the moment. And O'Byrne will kick to touch. Might as well have tapped it, to be perfectly honest, but Natoli will tap 10 metres in. Liam Bent getting ready to come on, and Jack Bibby, who's had a very good loan spell at Widnes from Huddersfield. Certainly helped on the run of form Widnes have ended the season in. Stock again creates room. Paul Selly juggles the ball but manages to get hold of it before Condon gets to him, but it killed any hope of creating something on the right hand side. So London come back across to the left with Stock, and again takes to the line and gives space for O'Byrne. Natoli, good shot by Max Roberts, clatters Natoli to ground. Here's Mason. McWhirter gets hold of him, brings him down, and Widnes have defended well in this set. London will have to kick from the just inside the Widnes half on the last. Paul Selly, plenty of time, good blocking from Stock, prevented Gregson getting to the kicker, and Ryan Ince takes a good catch and a decent chase from London. So Widnes again will have to start a set from deep inside their own half as Bent and Bibby come on for McWhirter and Murray.
Can't afford to make any errors here, Widnes, in their own end, I don't think. 10-0 is bad enough. 14-16 starts to look very dangerous for them indeed.
Mike Butt plays the ball to Fozzard, and Bibby now with his first carry gets his legs pumping. Now Gregson takes to the line, out the back to Gilmore, but good line speed from London on that far side. Webster got to him, and Widnes kicking on the last from just inside their own half. Owens, spin on the kick, but they're kicking into a wind, aren't they, Widnes? That much is evident. And Walker Fields, we've had half an hour here at the DCBL Stadium. It's Widnes 0, London 10.
Yep, it's been a good half hour for the Broncos. Not so much for Widnes, but they're still in this game. 10-0 these days. Can easily be tagged back. It's London bring the ball up the middle. Fozzard lingered in that tackle about as long as he could. London now, no frills so far in this set, but they're in Widnes territory, and in centre field they've got options both ways. Here's O'Byrne, goes short to Mason, who's ran hard. He's gone down like he's injured here, Mason, and he looks in a fair degree of agony, I have to say. I think he may be a knee injury from that Jack Owens tackle, and that, James, does not look good, does it, for Lucas Mason? He's in serious pain there, the lad.
He's writhing in agony. Very rarely seen a player like that after picking up a knock, to be honest.
Tara Jones, the referee's having a word with the touch judge on this side to see if there was anything untoward in the tackle. I didn't see it myself, but Lucas Mason might have his own ideas about it. So I think we're going to have a reasonable break in play here in this game, because I don't think Lucas Mason is going to be carrying on, to be perfectly honest with you. Players taking the opportunity to take a drink. I didn't see anything from this distance, James, particularly wrong with the tackle, did you?
No, I don't think so. It was Rodri Lloyd and Owens who were involved in it. Looks like his right knee. They brought some magic spray out, so we'll see how effective that is.
Yep, still in a fair bit of pain as he is down there, Lucas Mason, as the players endeavour to keep warm while he receives treatment. I've not seen Tara Jones in the middle for a match before, James. I've seen her doing the touch line, but I've not seen her in the middle for a match so far, until today, I should say. But well, from what I've seen so far, she's done a good job. No errors, which I could see.
Let the game go. Let the game flow pretty well. It'd be interesting to see what the outcome is here, because he's
getting to his feet. That's a good sign. Lucas Mason, he's only going to be able to hop or hobble off, I suspect. Starting to feel a bit more optimistic about it now, by the way. He's actually putting both feet on the ground, so hopefully it's just a twist and nothing more. Let's hope so. And the incident's going to go on report. That doesn't necessarily mean that anybody thinks there was wrongdoing there, but it will be looked at, because of the nature of it, by the match review panel, which is fair enough. So we're about to get the game back underway. Marcus Stock will play the ball for London. It's back with O'Byrne. Chips the ball in the air. London have got chasers under it here, but Matt Fleming has made a mess of it, and London is going to go in for their third try. And very generously, Alex Walker has given it to Liam Tindle for his hat-trick. Walker could have easily strolled over himself, but Widnes thoroughly on the back foot now. Matty Fleming unable to handle that chip from Conor O'Byrne. Ball was picked up, handed to Walker. He had a clear run to the line, but has given Liam Tindle a first half hat-trick here. A hat-trick in 31 minutes, in fact. And 14-0 for the Broncos, and things just get worse for Widnes Vikings, James.
Yeah, it wasn't the best kick either, to be honest, but Fleming never really looked like he had control of the situation, and it was a simple drop, and London took right advantage of that after the stoppage. Walker again, pivotal, and you have to say, been impressed with London. I think with another one or two players, they could have really challenged at the top of the championship this season. They tend to recruit well mid-season, and often a slow start to the season makes it difficult for them to catch up. And there was times in this season where there was worries that they might catch Widnes, because they were shot at, but they've certainly done well in this opening half hour or so here.
Also, although they've been losing mainly in recent times, they've been giving good teams good games. That looks like a good kick as well from Jack Smith. Second successful conversion, one miss, and it's Widnes 0, London 16, and I don't think anyone could say that was flattering for London. They deserve the lead. It's been them showing all the enterprise, having most of the territory, most of the possession, and all of the points. As Jack Owens restarts for the Vikings, a low one this time. It's an awkward bounce, but Pulselli makes it look easy. And just impressed with London's strength in contact, by the way. They're winning the contact almost all the time. Lewis Hall tries to Jack Bibby tries to rectify that there with the Vikings with a good solid shot. Forward again. Come London. This is a good exit set by them. They've made it to within 5 of halfway and have still got 2 tackles in the bank here. Now they're on the last. Ball will be fed back probably to O'Byrne. And he goes high. That could be awkward for Fleming. Oh, well, it's more than awkward. It's one he can't catch, and he's not had the best couple of minutes, has he, Matty Fleming? That was an awkward one. Didn't seem to quite judge it. Ended up dropping to his haunches to catch it, or to attempt to catch it. And unfortunately, it's come out, and Widnes are going to be under even more pressure here. With the London feed at this scrum, what, 12, 14 metres out perhaps from the Widnes line. Fantastic opportunity to maybe establish a lead that can't be recovered. Wide they go, and Widnes are going to concede again here. They have. Oh, I think he's dropped the ball over the line, Brandon Webster. I don't know how he managed to get that far, I really don't. But he just lost control of the ball when it looked like he was certain to score. And Widnes are back in possession. Quick 20-metre tap. Mike Butt has it. Now Joe Edge.
He'll be kicking himself, Webster, there, because he did really well to evade the 3 or 4 Widnes defenders, and just the ball just dislodged as he went to put it down.
Rodri Lloyd, last appearance of his career this for Rodri Lloyd, retiring. That's a good run by him. Gregson hits Bibby with the short ball. He's brought to ground 8 inside London territory. Widnes go to their left where Gilmore has it. Goes short to Condon, who tries to pirouette out of a tackle. He's brought down. Fozzard finds Gilmore. Gilmore wide to Gregson. Gregson out the back to Owens. Further out the back. Fleming joining in. An overlap here for Widnes. Roberts tries to sell the dummy, but that's better from the Vikings. Last tackle and inside the London 20. Jack Owens cross kick. And Ryan Ince is chasing it, but it's a good take on the far side. I think it was Jack Smith who got up on the far side there to take that one for London. And a bit more enterprising from the Vikings, James, but well defended in the end by the Broncos.
Yeah, first time really they've moved it from side to side, Widnes, and good bit of play from Max Roberts, but London standing firm.
Widnes now trying to pin London in their end, and from their perspective, hopefully force an error. But errors have been short supply from the visitors this afternoon, that's for sure. As Widnes commit numbers in the tackle, looking to slow this, play the ball down. Last tackle, Pulselli, straight up the middle. Fleming uses his feet this time to trap the ball, and he'll be tackled just short of halfway. Widnes would dearly love, about 3 minutes left in this first half, Widnes would dearly love to get a score back here, just to give them a bit of impetus going into the half-time break.
They've not really had any chances, really, Widnes, have they? I mean, it's not as if they've come close to scoring a try at any point, such as being London's dominance of the match.
That's true. And Liam Bent's on for the Vikings, and that's his first carry. Here's Owens. Owens almost goes his way through. It's going to be a penalty for an off-the-ball hit on Gregson here. Anyone who gets hit off the ball these days is quite liable to attract a penalty in their direction. Widnes will tap it. It's in the middle of the field. Here's Bent again. And just sets the play up with an initial drive. Floodlights have come on here. The DCBL Stadium. Bibby. Widnes within 15. Well, if they are going to get that try before half-time, they're in prime position to do it. Gregson out the back to Gilmore. Gilmore, long ball over the top. He just wasn't quite in front of Ryan Ince. He had to stop, and he's come back inside. He's got past one tackle. He's managed to hold on to the ball. Still a couple of tackles in this set for Widnes. Here's Gregson again. Takes the ball in on his own, but he's well tackled. Fozzard from dummy half. Well, an incorrect play. The ball, I think, is the ruling against Nick Gregson here, and that's going to be a handover. And that, James, from a Widnes perspective, is disappointing.
Yeah, it was the last tackle. They'd lined something up with Owens and Fleming on the last, but yeah, Gregson just didn't get to his feet when playing the ball. Let off for London, who I think will just see this set out and take what they've got into half time, and they'll be very pleased, I'm sure. Yeah,
and so they should be. As they bring the ball away from their own 20. They've run hard. That's what, you know, it's a simple game. All the coaches will tell you at the end of the day, you run hard and tackle harder than the opposition and you beat them. And London are doing just that, or have done just that in this first half. They're now 12 short of halfway. Going to kick early by the look of it. O'Byrne under a bit of pressure there, so perhaps not the kick he was looking for. Well, Mike Buck's not been his first half either, has it? He's been in the sin bin, and the ball just did a bit of an off break on him there and completely fooled him. Has gone into touch. Widnes, you would hope here, would be looking to pack this. Well, it's not a scrum, is it? It's a play the ball, but Widnes will be looking to get on with it. But they're not going to get the chance to do that, because the hooter here at the DCBL Stadium sounded for half-time. Widnes look a pretty dejected bunch, and most of the crowd feel pretty much the same way by the sound of it. But to be honest with you, James, I think that the plaudits need to go to London Broncos, who played some lovely stuff in that first half, and 16-0 is what they deserve.
Yeah, they've been very good, very well organised, played at the right times. They've looked creative when they've had half chances, and to be honest, with that Brandon Webster chance towards the end of the half, it could have been 20-22 at half time. Yeah,
it could have been, and Widnes have struggled for territory throughout the first 40 minutes. Main beneficiary of that has been London left winger Liam Tindle. He's got plenty of help from the men inside him. Jack Walker, Alex Walker in particular, and he's registered 3 tries in that first half on 10, 18 and 31 minutes. 2 of those were converted by Jack Smith, and that's why we have a half-time score here at the DCBL Stadium. Widnes Vikings 0, London Broncos 16. Do join us for full second half commentary. Welcome back to the DCBL Stadium in Widnes for second half coverage of Widnes Vikings versus London Broncos in the Betfred Championship. Last regular season game of the season, which for these two teams means the last game of the season, as neither of them will be making the playoffs. First half was very much dominated by the visitors, London Broncos. Hat-trick from Liam Tindle, last of which was very generously donated to him by fullback Alex Walker, who could have scored himself. That was the big factor of the first half. 2 goals also from Jack Smith. 16-0 lead here for London Broncos. London already out. Widnes have now come out. I suspect Coach Alan Coleman has had a few stern words along the lines of, it's your last 40 minutes of the season here, boys, and you're at home in front of your own fans. It's time you pull your finger out. Word to that effect anyway. But we're just waiting for the refereeing team now to come back on the field. And here we are. Referee Tara Jones brings the ball to the centre. It'll be London who restart the second half. First 10 minutes of commentary, it's James Gordon.
It's the third time in 5 matches that Widnes have been nilled in the first half. They were nilled in the first half last week against Halifax, nilled away at Barrow. They put on 14 points last week in vain away at Halifax. Well, they'll need more than 14 this week as well. As Fozzard passes into Jack Bibby. Drives the ball forward. It's the last round of the regular season Super League next week. Hull KR versus Warrington on Thursday. St Helens against Castleford on Friday. Condon plays the ball for Fozzard to Gregson, takes to the line, creates some space for Owens, who drops off of Rodri Lloyd. Rodri Lloyd runs into Marcus Stock. He's tackled just short of the halfway line. Now Bibby crashes onto it, aiming behind the markers. He's tackled by Matthew Ross. Last tackle. Fozzard goes to the right-hand side, the shorter side, and Owens with a high kick. Tindle under it. Almost got a bit too far under it. Decent chase from Widnes, and that's an okay set to start the second half from the Vikings. Yeah,
a bit of energy in the running, wasn't there? And they've ended up at the right end of the field. Now they need the ball.
There's Webster, who really ought to have scored a try. He's got an offload away, and there's an error by Walker and Bibby, who's then offloaded it to Webster, and they're maybe a bit lucky, Widnes, that the referees deemed that there was no advantage played there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think you've got to go back to the first knock on there. Bibby, I wonder if he had a call there off the London player. I don't know if he was trying to offload that too, but that was a poor piece of play by Brandon Webster. He was never on that offload. Put his side under real pressure. So Widnes now, good start to the second half for them. Got a real opportunity here. Scrum 10 metres out. It's in front of the London Broncos posts.
Yeah, good chance for Widnes to get on the board. Gilmore goes at the line himself. Gilmore's not scored a try yet this season. He's brought to ground a couple of metres short. Fozzard at dummy half, misses out Bibby, finds Gregson. Gregson will go exploring himself. He's brought down 4 or 5 metres short to the right of the post. Fozzard crash past to Bibby. Widnes trying to crash over here. And Bibby is a metre short. Only give it air this time, Widnes. Fozzard out to Gilmore. They're going to move it through hands. Owens to Fleming. Quick pass to Ryan Ince. And Ryan Ince in the corner. Excellent tackle by Paul Selly. Saves a try and keeps Widnes out.
Yeah, really good cover defence. Nice hands by Widnes on this occasion, especially by Fleming there at the end, getting rid of it quickly and finding Ryan Ince. But Paul Selly, to his credit, like a good half-back does, coming across and crashing into touch near the corner flag. So Widnes' best attack of the day so far, and it still didn't come up with points. London have the ball back.
So Widnes waste that early chance at the start of the second half. Here's Webster again. Don't think he'll be offloading this time. Takes the tackle, plays it for Davies. Now Beanek bounces off Condon. Still going Beanek, still going Beanek. Really good carry. He's brought London up to around about 42 metres out from their own line. Here is Polselli, a try-saving tackle there, denying in. So he'll have to take the tackle here, I feel, as Ross had run through the line to his left. Douglas to O'Byrne, and O'Byrne will have to take the tackle now because Stock did exactly what Ross did on the previous tackle. It's the last here for London. O'Byrne in the pocket for the kick. Once again, no real chasers can get to him, courtesy of the blocking from London. Fleming, who dropped 2 in the first half, takes that catch. Now here's Mike Butt. Tackle on the Widnes 30, Gilmore leaves it for Fozzard. Now Joe Edge. Doncaster are leading against Halifax, who I think Sam Widnes will slip down to 8th in the championship standings at the end of the season. Good carry from Fozzard, and Widnes back in the London half. Liam Bent looked one way, went the other. Now Bibby, Lloyd with a offload to Fozzard. Now Gregson. They're just going back over old ground at the moment here, Widnes, and in the end a tackle just outside the 30. There's going to be pressure on Owens from Stock, but Owens sees him coming and gets away from him, and now Roberts. Oh, good tackle by Natoli, man and ball from the London centre, and it just meant Roberts couldn't get the ball away on the last.
Yeah, if he'd have spotted him, I think Rodri Lloyd on the inside of Jack Owens might have been an option there, but Widnes certainly had a better start to this first half than they had to this second half than they had to the first.
It was a flat pass from Davis to Webster as Jensen Monk is coming back on for London. Is it Benek who's coming off? Looks like he's struggling a little bit there, limping a little bit on his right leg. Here's Rugless to Monk, spins to try and get round Condon. Now Rugless takes to the line. O'Byrne, long pass. It's helped on by Natoli. Tindle does really well to reach and catch it and keep it in, and then get an offload away to Walker. Widnes desperately trying to get back. They've done really well with this to pin London back. Last tackle. O'Byrne from inside the 40. Kicks under pressure from Owens. Ryan Ince gets it on the second bounce, and Widnes will start a set 35 out from their own line. Widnes just getting a little bit of territory that they didn't really have in the first half, but of course they need points on the board.
Yeah, it has been a little bit of an Achilles heel for Widnes, hasn't it? Even when they've had games where they've had plenty of ball in near the opposition line, they've sometimes struggled to just unlock the door.
No depth Patton or Will Roberts today. Patton's been carrying a bit of a knock in recent weeks. Will Roberts sat across the way from us. There's Gilmore, drops it off for Condon, who's had a quiet game. Gets an offload away to Fleming. Good positioning from London in defence, just shuts down Fleming's options. Here's Bibby. Out to Gilmore, flat pass to Gregson. Polselli and Lavelle get hold of him. Last tackle, 25 out. What have Widnes got here? Slow play the ball. Gregson got a bit of rough treatment in that tackle. Gilmore, right foot kick, not much room to play with. No one's challenged for the ball. Smith takes a clean catch. Widnes just content there to take the territory, maybe.
Well, I think you've got to be challenging for them, James, haven't you, at this stage of the proceedings? 16-0 down, second half. But Jack Smith not really under any danger of dropping that ball.
Smith scored 2 tries in what was his London Broncos debut when Widnes beat London 12-10 in the capital earlier in the season. O'Byrne plays the ball, now Rugless. Good tackle on him by Gregson. Struggling to get out their own half, but Widnes not hurting them really with the ball. Kick from Polselli's taken on the full by Fleming. Of course, it's Widnes that have got to do the running really and the work to get back into it. London might feel that 16 points will be enough to beat Widnes.
Well, it means Widnes have got to score at least 3 tries in this second half, James, and that's just at this moment quite difficult to envisage. Of course, things can change.
Mike Butt just hobbling away from that latest tackle as Gregson with an inside ball to Liam Bent. Just a little bit flat on this set. Widnes as but still struggling in back play. Here's Gilmore out to Fleming, long pass to Ince, just a bit behind Ince, he has to reach back for it, but he skips away from Smith initially, eventually brought to ground on the last, with the still 35 out from the London line. Gilmore, not sure why he kicked out with his left foot, but here it comes, and Tindle takes a good catch, but it was a rushed kick from Gilmore, and there wasn't really a big chase on it.
I think the slowness of the play of the ball meant that London were able to put a lot of pressure on Gilmore there, and he chose to kick it with his alternative foot. It wasn't the worst kick, but again, no real challenge from the Vikings.
Robert Oakley is on the field for the first time for London, who've got a penalty here. Joe Edge adjudged to have held down Jack Smith, on loan at London from Leeds. Burn. He's managed to land, I thought he'd landed the ball on the old gantry there, but it fell off and come back down to earth. No.
a bit of ball boy confusion there.
Yeah, the ball boy put the ball on the touchline. The ball off the roof bounced on, and the touch judge kicked away the ball that the ball boy brought, and then the London player threw away the ball that had come down. We put some Benny Hill music to that, John. That'd probably do well on social media these days. Get some IMG points. Davis at dummy half, passes to the left to O'Byrne. He's going to be tackled by Liam Bent. Now Paul Selly. Walker with a rash pass. Tindle. He's being made to stretch for plenty of the passes he's getting in this second half. Tindle. Now Monk. It's a good drive. He's got his legs going. Condon and Fozzard can't stop him. He's let go of the ball, Monk, and Condon will come away with it. Not sure what happened there. Condon, gets an offload away to Max Roberts. This is lively. And then Roberts is tackled 30 metres out. 10 minutes gone at the second half here at the DCBL Stadium. It's Widnes 0, London Broncos 16.
Yeah, I thought that Jensen Monk was going to rumble his way over there, but Widnes have ended up with the ball back. Here's Rodri Lloyd. I think Mike Butt's having a bit of treatment on the far side, so he's out of action just at this moment in time. Here's Joe Edge, familiar left foot step from him, but London are up to that. Gilmore looking for a 40-20 here, and that doesn't look like an effort he'll be proud of, was what I was not about to say, but he's kicked it out on the full, so I'm afraid that 40-20 effort from Tom Gilmore has led to a handover back inside the Widnes 40. And having had a bright start to the second half, it's London who are now getting some territory. We'll see if they can take advantage of that. Will Lovell will play the ball. And London will be looking for what could be the killer score in this game. They've got numbers here, nice shape from London there. Widnes dig in though. Burn takes the ball to the line. Polselli, that's good from Joe Edge. He's not quite made the tackle stick yet though, but he does get his man at the second attempt. Here's Polselli, coming off the right foot. Good tackle by Liam Bent. Still the quickest play the ball. Walker. And that was a shoulder charge from Ryan Ince, I'm afraid, and you can't do that anymore on Brandon Webster. So it's going to be a penalty to the Broncos within 10 metres of the Widnes line. So Widnes are now going to find themselves under severe pressure here. Selly finds Oakley. Now centre field options both ways for the Broncos. To the left they go. Route one to start with. I'm sure there'll be something a bit more creative coming. Not the best play the ball pass, but Brown takes it. Widnes are needing to be vigilant in defence here. And the crash over the line. Is it going to be a try? No, he's not quite forced his way over the line there.
Oh my, how Widnes kept him out there. Davis tried to go from dummy half.
Last tackle. Well, it's all a bit of a mess, isn't it? And in the end, it's going to be a handover.
They basically had 3 tackles, probably on a 2 metre, a 1 metre squared patch of the grass there.
So Widnes hold out. Probably pretty much had to if they want to have any chance in this game. But it does give London an opportunity now to jam in defence and keep Widnes at their own end. Here's Joe Edge. Now Rodri Lloyd. Widnes doing it tough here. Penalty would be nice for them. Fozzard finds Fleming. He just forces his way over the Widnes 30-metre line. I think that's 4 gone in this set. Gregson, Gilmore, Owens. Chance here, Edge through a gap. And oh well, he tried to get the inside ball away. You can understand why, but couldn't execute it. And I think he was looking for Rodri Lloyd there, but couldn't find him. And Will Lovell, veteran London, second row forward, ends up with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he had to pass Edge. It was the right thing to do. Nice break from him.
Oakley back in possession for the Broncos. Douglas at the back. Pulselli drops it off for Lovell. We saw this move in the first half, didn't we? And pretty much ended up like that, with Walker being tackled in centre field. Burn, short, well, an attempted short ball. It's come loose. Probably was never on, really. So Widnes end up with the ball back. No score so far in this second half. We've still got the half-time score of Widnes 0, London 16. That's fine by London, of course, but it does mean that Widnes are just about within touching distance if all goes well. Here's Ryan Ince now for the Vikings.
Got to force the issue somehow with this. I didn't mind, although Gilmore's 40-20 attempt sailed out on the full. They need something like that just to maybe spark them into life.
Here's Jack Owens, tries to sell a dummy and take the line on himself, but he's brought to ground. Fozzard goes up the short side. Fleming, that's a good tackle coming in on Roberts. Widnes come back the other way. Here's Gregson, Gilmore, Fleming. Oh, well, it all went a little bit wrong there. Bit of mistiming in that move. This will be the last for the Vikings. Gilmore has it, goes to the air. It's a bit of an awkward one, but Walker's up to it. Now, let's call that pass flat, shall we? Widnes fans would probably say it's forward. Now Tindle, the only try scorer in this game. He's got all 3 of them in the first half. Takes it up. Now Natoli. Good couple of runs from the 3 quarters there, getting the side away from their own end, and that's another good run. Almost up to halfway at London, without too much trouble. O'Byrne, short. Well, it was a half gap for Jensen Monk there, but he's brought down. 10 inside Widnes' half, last tackle, ball is back with O'Byrne. He's challenged by Fozzard. The ball has been knocked on here by London, and I think it's an offside actually from the kick. O'Byrne has stayed down after that Fozzard challenge, and I think when Tara Jones spots it, I think we'll probably have a stoppage here.
There's nothing wrong with the shot from Fozzard either.
Well, we're going to stop the play. Tara Jones has spotted that Conor O'Byrne is down in back play, so she's going to stop the game. Widnes' kick to touch took them inside London territory.
Yeah, I think Sarah Jones is making the point that she feels like if Widnes moved the ball left, that O'Byrne would end up in the way.
Yeah, I think he's all right. Was he a bit winded, perhaps? I don't know.
It was a good. It was almost a textbook shot on the kicker from Fozzard. He timed it right. It wasn't high. There was nothing wrong with it from Fozzard. It just hurt a bigger man.
Yeah, he's got that right knee heavily bandaged, hasn't he, Conor O'Byrne? He's walking a little gingerly on it, but back with the game now. Still 2 London trainers on the field here, and they could do with getting off. As Widnes through Murray take the ball up. Gregson bent. He's brought to ground 35 out from the London try line. London player had a bit of a false start there, getting off the line. Condon does well. Well, it's been deemed to be a knock-on. I thought he'd managed to tip it back, but he certainly fumbled it and must have hit the ground, I'm thinking, before he was able to touch it back. So it will be London's head and feet at the scrum. And Widnes are certainly trying to be more enterprising in the second half, James, but you just get the impression it's not going to be their day.
No, yeah, they're not really firing on all cylinders. Widnes are struggling to make any breaks. London happy to contain them. I'm impressed with London.
Sally feeds the scrum. Out it comes. Tindle takes it up. He's brought down by Roberts and Owens. And Oakley makes a few metres for his team, right in the centre of the field. Douglas out the back. Pulselli drops the ball on for Webster, but he stumbles into the tackle and can't make any real progress. Lovell plays the ball. Pulselli. O'Byrne is knocked to the ground, but the tackle's not complete yet. Owens gets up and finishes him off. Now, London go high, but Fleming takes that one well. But runs into a solid hit. And we've got 20 minutes left in this game. Widnes have just been awarded a penalty for a bit of interference at the tackle. And take you through the next 10 minutes. Here's James Gordon.
Yeah, they could do a few more of them. Widnes Gilmore's kick to touch takes them up towards the halfway line. Other than that, chance right at the start of the second half where Ryan Ince was tackled into touch by Pulselli. Really got close with this to getting points on the board. Gilmore out the back to Owens, now to Condon. Trying to get his arm free, but he's got 4 London tacklers around him. Definitely think, certainly in the last few weeks, teams have definitely done the homework on Condon. Gregson to Gilmore. Widnes moving it. Gilmore shows it, but again, O'Byrne had jumped out on the line and just shut Widnes' options down. Gregson slams the brakes on. Doesn't want to go behind Bent, so then goes the other way, but didn't want to go behind Murray. He's done well in the end, Gregson, but the ball's come out. And now Alex Walker pants on the loose ball, threatens to break away. Well, this will be a 0 tackle for London on their own 30. And it's not getting any better for Widnes, is it?
No, it's not. And you can see the frustration there amongst several Widnes players. Gregson beating the floor there. Now he's picked up an injury. So London are on the front foot here again.
Tindle has had a hat-trick in the first half, taken up to 17 tries for the season. Here's Pulselli, chip through, he runs into the back of Condon and theatrically falls to the floor, but there was nothing in that. Widnes have given the ball a bit of air, and Mike Butt will go looking. But everywhere Widnes go, there just always seems to be 3 or 4 in London Broncos red waiting for them.
Yeah, been given the ball cheaply here, Widnes. That wasn't a good kick from Pulselli. And see if Widnes can take advantage of the field position that's gifted them.
Fozzard threatens to pass and then tries to pierce through the line himself. He's dragged down, can play the ball. Owen scoots away from dummy half, finds Lewis Hall. Now Gilmore, they've got runners here. Widnes, Condon backs into the tackle, tries to get his arm free. Good tackle from Pulselli, just stopped Condon getting the ball away. Now Gilmore to Joe Edge. Wasn't much room for Widnes down that side. It's the last tackle, the 13 out from the London line. Gilmore, chip kick, Lloyd's coming from deep. Rodri Lloyd, he scores. And Widnes finally get on the board, and Rodri Lloyd in his last game as a professional rugby league player has got over for the try. Gilmore hung the kick up for him, and he had the momentum. He beat the London defender to it and just fell over the line. Widnes 4, London 16.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with Rodri Lloyd in his last game. He's been a very, very solid player. And one of the ways in which Widnes have used him, he's a tall lad and he's often the target for those cross kicks from the Vikings. We've seen him score and create tries for others from those. And on this occasion, he was just in the right spot. It was a well-placed kick. And he's got a try on his last ever professional rugby league appearance, and good luck to him for that. And of course Widnes certainly needed it. Still a lot of time to go in this game, thick end of 17 minutes. Joe Edge should slot this goal, so it'll make it 16-6. And well, you never know.
Yeah, Joe Edge on kicking duties, and surely have no problem with this from bang in front. Puts it through, so Widnes 6, London 16. And as John said earlier, London have been giving teams a game. They were 12-10 up over Bradford at half-time. They were 12-8 up over Oldham at half-time. They were 14-6 up over Toulouse at half-time. 12-4 up at Featherstone at half-time. They went on to lose all of those games. They'll be hoping that history doesn't repeat itself here, as Butt takes a catch from an awkward-looking kickoff. There seemed to be some appeals for a high shot on Butt as he was on the floor there, and the tackle's turned into a bit of a mess in the end. Here's Murray. As the rain starts to come down a bit stronger here in the middle of September. It's been a wet weekend in the local area. Here's Lewis Hall. I think he probably would have wanted to have passed that, but just couldn't quite get enough momentum going to draw a man in. Owens is going to kick from deep here. Walker gets across. I think the ball sits up. No real danger of it ever going for a 40-20. Owens was kicking from well inside his 30. But has that try just given Widnes something to go at in this final 15 minutes or so of the game and of the season? Webster, one-handed carry.
Rodri Lloyd has put a foot in there, I'm afraid. Yeah, I think that's a good spot by Tara Jones. Just trying to take a bit of a shortcut there, Rodri Lloyd, and mess up the London play the ball. And unfortunately, the referee was up to his tricks, and that's going to give London a bit of a leg up here.
Yeah, O'Byrne slams it into touch. He's not the most elegant to touch kicker I've ever seen, O'Byrne. He just seems to lash it as hard as he can into the stance. As Marcus Stock brings the ball forward for the Broncos. Just looking to take maybe a bit of sting out of the game, having conceded that try. Monk straightens up onto Lewis Hall. Davis waits for a slow play the ball. Rugless Now Polselli to Lavelle. Gets hand off, lovely offload by Lavelle to Webster, and he's too strong for Edge and Gilmore, and Webster scores in the corner, but that was all off Will Lavelle. Got to fend off and then got an offload out the back door, and London respond to Widnes' try with a try of their own, and maybe that'll be the game now.
Yeah, it was a smart play, wasn't it, by Lovell James? He's took a bit of a wide running line and got a nice out the back offload to Brandon Webster. I thought Webster was going to be stopped short, but he got his left paw out there and just kept Widnes at arm's length and crashed over in the corner. And as you say, that converted try for the Vikings probably gave the locals hope that they might come back into this game, but that's a body blow to them. That try in the corner by Brandon Webster. Went very close to scoring in the first half. He's a strong and determined runner when he gets going, and he's made it 20 points to 6 here with a goal kick to come.
Yeah, he should have had a score at the end of the first half. Webster just spilt the ball as he went over the line. There's a debut here for Finley Irwin, who's coming on off the bench for Widnes. Linked up with the Vikings, he's a back rower. Linked up with the Vikings earlier in the season, was on scholarship and academy at Warrington and Wigan. Went to Australia and played with Brisbane Tigers. He's been training with Widnes since July. He's going to replace Max Roberts. Jack Smith with the conversion. Close to the right touchline. Strikes them well. I think he's pulled that across the front of the post. He has. So the scoreline remains Widnes 6, London 20. And it looks like London are going to continue their decent record here at Widnes. You might recall the start of that run was the 21-20 game here in the year Widnes were relegated from Super League. Jared Samet dropped goal. The difference. Widnes going to go short from the kickoff here, I think, with Gilmore. Goes 10. Condon should get to that if he fancies it. Walker never looked troubled.
Just probably a couple of yards too much on that, wasn't there, James? If it had been a little bit short, I think Widnes would have had a chance there, but well taken by Alex Walker.
Irwin makes his first tackle on Beenet. Looks like maybe Lloyd has maybe gone out to the centres to accommodate for Irwin, coming on for Max Roberts. There's Rubless now for London Broncos. Good tackle from Liam Bent. Now O'Byrne, kick on the last, goes high. Be a tester for Butt. There's chasers, gets up early, Mike Butt, takes the catch.
I think Halifax have done what Widnes would have wanted to do, James, and come back from a 16-0 half-time deficit. They're now leading 18-16, Halifax, which is slightly good news for Widnes, because it could mean that Widnes still can hang on to 7th place rather than dropping one.
Well, of course, 8th, the bottom half. There is 7th, you're bang in the middle. There's Hall. Now Fleming. He's brought to ground 35 metres from his own line. Fozzard to Hall, now to Dan Murray. Running a little wider. Last tackle. Fozzard played the full game at Puckett. Passes left to Gilmore. Gilmore with a chip and chase. Kicks it through again. Gilmore might do it again. He does. It's a clever kick. Might sit up to Edge. Want to try this would be Joe Edge. Picks it up. Can he get over? Yes, he can. Brilliant bit of play from Tom Gilmore. And it's been finished by Joe Edge. Widnes have the second try of the afternoon.
Yeah, it was something a bit different, wasn't it? You can't blame Widnes for trying that. Nice little chip over the top by Tom Gilmore. He's kicked it once, and then, as James pointed out, a really smart second kick. Deliberately kicking it to his left because he knew that's where the people with a bit of pace were. Joe Edge was one of those, got a nice bounce and managed just to force his way over in the corner to bring Widnes back within 10 points here. Edge is going to take the goal kick himself, and he's not wasting any time. He's already got the ball on the kicking tee.
He's a left footer and generally gets a lot of draw on the ball, so this will be a bit like threading a needle for Joe Edge. But James and I are in prime position to see if this is heading in the right direction. Here he comes. Well, it's. I think the problem he had was exactly what I worried he might have. It was well struck. It looked like it was on its way, but by the time it reached the post, it was going pretty much across them. So he's drawn it across the uprights, and it's Widnes 10, London 20. James has pointed out that London have given up a few first-half leads this season, and that might be playing on their minds a little bit. There's still 8 minutes to go here at the DCBL Stadium. Widnes need 2 scores, 2 tries in that time. It's an awkward-looking kick-off, but Mike Butt takes it. Widnes are going to move it right from the kick-off. It's ended up with Ryan Ince, but Will Lovell affects the tackle on him. Now Liam Bent takes it up, avoids one tackle, but can't get past the next. And Murray, good meters after contact by Murray. Now Vikings have made good ground here on this set. They're within 10 and halfway, and there's still a couple of tackles left. Gilmore, early kick, looking for Ince, who's in a ton of space. Ryan Ince, he kicks as well, but a nice little slip catch there by Luke Purcelli. Ends that move.
Sorry, John, it just hung a bit too much, didn't it, the kick for Ince? He was almost having to wait for it, which then meant he couldn't race away down the left-hand side and tried the kick inside, and it just stuck to Purcelli. Yeah,
don't blame Ince for trying that, actually. It wasn't a bad option, just didn't quite get the execution right. Now O'Byrne in London, they'll be looking to make sure they play out their sets, you would think, here in this last 6 or 7 minutes of the game. Rugless, but they're going straight into Fozzard. They've not made much in the way, by the way of meters on this set. But it's back with O'Byrne, and he kicks towards Mike Butt, who catches this ball, and he's got a bit of space in front of him, but that's quickly closed down by Matoli on the far side. And Rodri Lloyd. And Liam Bent has come off for Widnes, and Morgan McWhirter has taken his place. Here's Joe Edge, scorer of Widnes' last try. It is Morgan McWhirter now on the ball. Always easy to spot with those luminous boots. Good quick play the ball by him. That looked like a forward pass from the play the ball there. It was a forward pass from the play the ball. Did well to take it, actually, Tom Gilmore, but Tara Jones, perhaps with a little help from the touch judge on the near side here to our commentary position, has decided it was forward, and I think she's probably got that one right, James.
Yeah, I think so. Widnes trying to push it, to be fair. I just think that Webster try, I think if it had been 16, Widnes might have been able to turn this around, but that try from Webster, I think, probably just me and London will have just enough to get home here.
So it'll be London to feed this scrum, pretty much on what would be the centre spot if we're playing football here. And here's Tindle, already scored 3 tries in this game, all of them in the first 31 minutes of the first half. Rugless is handled by Hall and McWhirter. No heroics so far in this set from London. Here's Bieniek, who's, oh well, just about to say he's had an effective game, Bieniek, and they got the commentator's curse there, didn't they? The ball's been jolted out of his possession. Widnes have it back through Ben Condon. That's a good offload from McWhirter. Here's Fleming. Oh, well, Fleming tried to flick the ball to Finley Irwin, but I don't think he was quite ready for it, to be honest with you. And he spilled it, and London have it back. And there's Tindle, hit with a solid tackle between Bibby and Hall. Now Lovell goes at Gilmore and Condon, and they bring him to ground, and Quarter gets in there as well for the Vikings. Polselli, Rugless, just to sell a dummy, but no one's buying that one. Ball is back with Bieniek. Keeps hold of it this time and makes some useful meters. A couple of tackles left in this set still for London, and they're in decent territory. Polselli takes the ball to the line, tries to dummy his way through, gets to within 15 metres of the Widnes line. This is the last coming up now. Alex Walker darts into dummy half. Is he just going to kick this ball off the field or something? Or is he going to try something a bit more? Widnes are standing off here, and they could find themselves in a bit of trouble. Here's Walker again. Well, he's eventually put boot to ball, and it's an awkward one. Good pick-up by Fleming in the end, and there's a lot of space out there on the far side. Not many London players in it. If Fleming could have just got through. He's offloaded, and Rodri Lloyd has it. It's all got a bit Keystone Cops at the moment, and Lloyd eventually takes the tackle. Here's Joe Edge for the Widnes. Rodri Lloyd has been given the Widnes man of the match by the local sponsor.
Today's attendance is 2,529. Thank you for your wonderful support.
Widnes still trying to push forward here with Bibby, and he's offloaded the ball. It's all got messy again, and eventually Widnes have made a bit of a mess of it, and it's ended up with Brandon Webster.
I don't think Hall knew. Hall didn't know. Had no idea Webster was there, did he? I don't think.
Well, he's staying down here, Webster. He's just managed to get to his feet to play the ball, but he's not a well man. Now Lovell gets the big left paw out to keep Tom Gilmore at bay, but he's eventually dragged to the floor. Game's up now for Widnes, really. It's a 10-point margin. We're coming into the dying moments of this game as Rugless takes it forward for the Broncos. 20 metres out, centre field. To the right they go. And I think they're more or less willing to just run the clock down here by the look of it, the Broncos. You never know, though. They might come up with something here. They're in great field position, and have reason to think the game's won. Polselli takes the ball to the line, tries to go through himself and almost does. Gilmore just about drags him down a couple of metres short. Walker kicks through, and very effectively in the end. I think he would have been happy to take a tackle probably. The ball was tidied up by Widnes, but that will be the last action here this afternoon, in fact for this season, for the Widnes Vikings. A disappointing end to the season for Widnes, but credit to London for a thoroughly deserved victory. And I think it was a better performance by Widnes in the second half, James, but without ever really threatening to drag themselves right back into the game.
No, London never really looked worried, and even when Widnes got the try back, that Brandon Webster score in the corner just opened up the deficit once more. Had it stayed at 60, it might have been a bit frantic towards the end, but London well worth the win. Disappointing end to the season for Widnes. But of course the main disappointment was last week, and this game was very much a dead rubber from a Vikings point of view.
Yeah, it was 16-0 in London's favour. They completely dominated the first half, deserved that lead. It took 23 minutes of the second half before any further points were registered. It was Widnes who got them, with a man playing his last game of professional rugby, Rodri Lloyd, getting onto a cross kick. He's a tall man, he got higher than the opposition, planted the ball down. It was an easy conversion for the Vikings to make it 16-6, but Widnes really needed the next score as well, and as James has said, they didn't get it. London stormed up the other end. A nice run and offload by veteran second row Will Lovell, and Brandon Webster fought his way over in the corner to push London back out to a 3-score lead at 20-16. Widnes did score again, A nice bit of innovation by Tom Gilmore. Kicked the ball 3 times effectively, chipped over the top, kicked on again, then his final kick was aimed towards the left corner where Edge regathered to score but couldn't add the extras himself. And as it turned out, that was the final score of the afternoon. Disappointing afternoon for the Vikings. No harm done in terms of league position perhaps, and certainly not in terms of playoff hopes because they'd already gone. And well played to the London Broncos. The final score here at the DCBL Stadium: Widnes Vikings 10, London Broncos 20.